Well, good evening, folks. A very warm welcome to you all. James here once again, and here we are on the first of the month, 1st of November, and well on into the new week after the UK Pipe Show, and I've been enjoying people's nice selections of footage and thoughts and comments about the lovely afternoon we all had, and I'd really just like to echo much of this in a similar vein, really. For me personally, one huge thing for me was the fact that I'm not a particularly sociable animal, and it's not really in my nature to put myself forward too much, but I think within about the first 2 minutes of arriving at the splendid Canal House pub, that I had no need to worry, and just before I'd even spoken to anybody, the general sort of welcoming atmosphere and the general buzz of the place was just wonderful, and sort of felt immediately at ease, which was quite comforting to me. So, and that in part was due to my first meetings with Martin and Anna, the Peaches, and Pipe Tree, and they were more than welcoming, and it was almost like meeting up with old friends, and just a very relaxed, pleasant atmosphere, and lovely to have a shared interest, and just to meet and greet people in the flesh, as it were. And I do feel that I would have loved to have spent more time circulating and making an effort to meet more of you. Some I've sort of met very briefly, but so anyway, it was lovely to see everybody there, and I hope to be somewhat more prepared hopefully next year, and try and get myself circulating, and you know, getting to know a few more of you. So but anyway, a wonderful afternoon. It all seemed to go very well. What a splendid choice of English pipe makers to drool over. Wonderful, you know, collections of pipes. Very inspiring, and just great to see. And on describing the event as it was to other people, it I suppose doesn't sound a great deal of fun to many, but I felt it was in some respects quite a traditional meeting of folk with a common interest, and I was delighted to be a part of that, and it's testament to the fact that I think generally speaking most smokers are indeed jolly nice folks, and I think very approachable and likeable. So so there we have it. As I say, I think a lot of these things have been said very well by the people, and it's interesting to hear people's sort of comments and views relating to Sunday, and so I've enjoyed watching those. And so yes, to anybody that I didn't, I may have had a glancing sort of comment with, but I really would have liked to have spoken to many more people in depth. But hello to all of you who were there and I didn't get to speak to very much. And just to mention also, to say hello to Peter, who I met quite briefly during the day, and then again in the evening just before I sort of came away, and we just had a nice relaxed chat, and he turned out to be a long time pipe smoker, and has recently discovered the community on YouTube, and has enjoyed the content he's seen. So he was nicely turned out in his tweed and his cravat, which is always pleasant to see. And I would say also that a lovely thing to see was people's very sort of individual styles and the sort of variety of characters, which is always bound to happen in these circumstances, but it's just wonderful to see, and I like to see people being themselves, and sort of the interesting variety that brings. So yes, a lovely chat with Peter, and again hello to you. Really enjoyed that chat, and we discussed quite a number of things that we seem to have in common, so that was most enjoyable. So so yes, not much more to add. I didn't get an awful lot of footage because I just didn't really feel that I could really sort of I just didn't feel I could, to be honest. I got a couple of photos that you might have seen, but that's about it, and I'm not disappointed about that. I think some people are far more at ease with filming when there's lots of other people there, and I just find it a little bit awkward, and I'd far rather kind of take things in and have a really good sort of memory and of the day. And as I say, some lovely footage that was taken and presented for us here. So okay, I shall hopefully see you again soon, and albeit via the interweb, and I shall look forward to it. And for now, I'd like to say thank you very much for subscribing, and oh yes, a very big thank you to Tommy for all his efforts. I think it goes without saying that basically you nailed it, and very well organised, and it appeared to go without a hitch, and a jolly good time was had by all. So very well done, and with that I shall say keep the cameras rolling, keep the pipes puffing, and until next time, cheerio.